All right, wagon lovers, take a moment to kneel down and rejoice to whatever god or goddesses you pray to, because you have a new choice when it comes to the long roof. This is the all-new Golf Sportwagen, and because it's a Volkswagen, they spell the wagon part with an E instead of an O. And I'm not gonna complain because, you know what? Like I said, wagon. A little bit of torque steer and tire spin. So if you want, you can have your Golf Sportwagen fitted with a 1.8 liter 4-cylinder gas drinking engine up front. You can pair that with a 5-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic gearbox, or you can get the diesel drinker. That's what I'm driving right here, the TDI, turbo diesel. It's a 2-liter unit, and it's paired in this case with a 6-speed DSG gearbox. You can, however, fully pimp this car out with all the options and still opt for a 6-speed manual gearbox, which is a nice change of pace. Most of the time when an automaker offers up their highest trim version, you say bye-bye to the manual. Not so, because they know people who buy this car will actually get the manual. So good on those people. This one though, like I said, has a 6-speed DSG. And I'm one of the few people on the planet who friggin' hates this gearbox. It's just so neurotic. That's maybe a good way to describe it. It's an all or nothing gearbox. When you're cruising around in just regular normal driving mode, it's too lethargic. It wants to just go for supreme fuel economy right away. Gear shift, gear shift, gear shift, gear shift. Ugh. You pop it down into S, sport mode, and then all of a sudden it becomes a monster. It's like red line. Instead of hunting for fuel, it's hunting for the red line. It just holds gears way too long. There's no middle ground. Well, the only middle ground and the most enjoyable way to drive a car with a DSG gearbox is to shift it yourself with the paddles, which is fine. They're responsive, but if you're getting a car that's not a real manual and you just want to cruise, you shouldn't have to settle for a gearbox that doesn't know if it wants to be a race car or a Prius. Now, this vehicle will make 95% of the planet happy if they could just get over the fact that they don't like wagons for some stupid ass reason. It has all the cargo space you're gonna need. It has really nice amenities for the price point. This car is costing right about $30,000 and it's very nicely equipped. The only thing I'm surprised it doesn't have is navigation, but it does have a nice touchscreen. It has the Fender audio system. It's got these nice leatherette seats that are heated. Generally speaking, it's a very good car all around, minus a few little quibbles like the DSG and no nav at $30,000. Visibility is great. These A-pillars are surprisingly thin for a modern car. A-pillars have gotten fatter and fatter. These ones are nice and thin. They've got the Fender, another Fender speaker tucked in there. Everything looks good. Visibility is great all around. The driving position is wonderful. I like a little bit more upright, closer to the steering wheel. I like sitting here, got a good commanding view of the road at 6'3". I don't even need the seat all the way back, which is good because there's not a ton of legroom behind me. If I go all the way back, where the hell's the switch? Whoa, that's way too much legroom, and now they have none. But this is like Shaq Diesel seating. That's ridiculous. One more click, there we go. So this is plenty. If you have your seat at a normal average height person, you can fit behind that seat. So there feels like there's more room in here than say the Volvo V50, which is a more premium wagon that you could buy, which is also a fantastic car with a wonderful engine if you get the T5R design. But if you don't want to spend that much money, you get this diesel. And it still goes. I mean, I just put my foot down and I'm picking up speed. I'm gonna hit this Dodge Dakota in front of me, so let's get around them. Hey, Dodge Dakota. So it's not fast though. Like I said, it's not fast. Additionally, it's really laggy off the line. And I know it's not a gearbox thing because the same thing will happen with the manual gearbox. It's the turbo diesel motor. You put your foot in it to leave the light and it's like, okay, there we go. So there's just some turbo lag there. But again, you're not gonna be racing for pinks with your Golf Sportwagen TDI. Still, there are some probably pretty cool tunes out there that will get this thing smoking those front wheels. Now, one thing that surprises me is how good the steering is in this car. Watch, there's no one around me, so I'm just gonna drive like an idiot for a second. It's surprisingly responsive. On center, there's just a little bit of dullness that you get in most modern cars, but it picks up quickly as soon as the further you come off center. There's decent feel here. Again, we're not dealing with Golf R levels of awesome refinement, but Volkswagen is getting their steering tuning more knee driving, 2 thumbs up. So what we have here is a car that gets good fuel economy. I think they rate this at 43 on the highway. I'm getting mid-30s in mixed driving because I drive everywhere with a big, fat, heavy, stupid right foot. So you get the good fuel economy, you get nice amenities, you get a comfortable car, you get a car that can do everything that people who think they need SUVs, it can do all of that. There's plenty of room back there. I have all my gear back there and I don't even need to put the rear seats down. I can put them down and I can do it with the flick of a switch and they lay flat, and then I have tons of room. I could probably haul lumber from Home Depot in this car. But when I don't need to, I can comfortably put friends in here. I've got a giant panoramic sunroof. This is such a well-rounded vehicle that if you can just get those people shopping for those compact crossovers, you don't need those. This has better driving dynamics. It has better fuel economy. It's a better value for your dollar. It looks better than a crossover, though that's, people can argue that point, but I'm gonna win that point. So there are so many things to like about this car. If it were me, I'd get the fully loaded manual gearbox version and I would drive it until it fell apart, which it's a Volkswagen, which could be anywhere from 1 year to 1,000 years. Though they've gotten a lot better. They're gonna hate that part. But again, this is a great car. I mean, stop buying crossovers. Buy wagons. Get your shit together, America. I mean, oh, there's a Volvo V50 right there. Hold on, let's see if he has any brand envy. Let's see if I can get him to look over. What's up, baby? You want this Volkswagen? You don't have this Volkswagen, you get that Volvo. That's the choice you made. You went Swedish, you could have went German. I don't hate your choice, but you could have made this choice. All right, so back to the car. Say goodbye to the Jetta wagon. Say hello to the Golf Sportwagen. The Jetta wagon is no more. This is what's going to take its place. This is the all-new Golf Sportwagen. And because it's a Volkswagen, you spell the wagon part with an E instead of an O, like the rest of the world does. Well, the rest of the world that speaks English, I guess. Hold on, I got snots in my nose. I'm all snotty. I'm all snotty today. It's probably because of this stupid beard. And all you DSG fans out there, flame away in the comments.